Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and in this video it's part 2. I'm gonna show you the last 2 cards in my 4-card class, which is February Be My Valentine, February 2024. So let me show you what the cards look like. I just set them down. Well, first let me show you the first video. We did this card. Right, also looks like this. We used the circle when we did the second card. And then we did the card that looks like this. Well, really, I like this one better. I'm going to show you this one. This is the one we did here. And it's kind of a fancy fold that stands up like that. So if you wait till the end of the video, the link will be to this video from this video you're watching on to when I put these together. So you can see, if you missed the first video and you want to see that one, how to make your cards. So this is the cards. These are the cards that we're going to make now. We're going to start with this one here. Oh, but first, in case this is the first video, I need to show you how to do your bumblebees. I showed you in the last video. In your packet, you have 2 pieces of basic white cardstock. Now, if you stamp your bumblebees, you should be able to get 16 out of 1. You won't need 16 bumblebees for all 4 cards if you do it like mine, but who knows, just in case that's what you would need. Then you would take that piece and cut it down to size, right? So then you punch it, really you'd take it this way and you'd punch your bumblebees out of there so it'd look like this. And then you could use those scraps even to stamp your antennas and punch those out. Or you could use this scrap and stamp your wings, so it look like that. If you stamp them this way, then when you go to put them into your punch, you don't have very much waste. And whoops, I got it the wrong way. This way, and then you can just punch, 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 and it get all your get your wings done in less time, so it wouldn't take quite so long. The same thing with your antennas. If you stamp them this way, then you just go punch, 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 punch. But I've done that already, so I have my bees and antennas and wings all ready to go. But that way, that's the best way to get your bees and wings stamped and punched quickly. Okay, so let's go back to this card. The packet looks like this. Let's bring all these pieces out. This is your card base. We don't need these right now. Whoop, here's another piece of designer series paper. We're going to stamp, first of all, on this little square here that layers on this pool party. So we need that square, and we're going to stamp on this rectangle. This rectangle is the inside. I'm going to also bring in, because you know we've been using the Be My Valentine stamp set and punch, but for my words today, I'm going to bring in the pansy patch. I love this happy birthday right here, and this wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. And I'm going to stamp those 2 greetings in Memento Black. Now, as I mentioned in my first video, I took a Whisper White. I ordered a Whisper White ink pad from Stampin' Up. Now, when you order a Whisper White ink pad, it comes with an empty or uninked ink pad and a bottle of refill ink. So instead of putting the white refill on my ink pad, I put Memento refill on there, and now I have a nice foam Memento pad, and that's what I'm going to use. Normally, Memento ink looks like this, but just so you know, that's an option. And I do like, it took me a while to get used to the new ink pad, but I do like the foam ink pad with the Memento ink in it. So tap, tap here. I'm going to practice once on paper just to make sure I don't mess up my card. Oh, yep, there we go. So we're going to take that, and down here in the corner, I'm going to just stamp my happy birthday. Ta-da! And then on this piece of paper, excuse me, so sorry, I'm going to ink up that those inside words. I can't remember what they said now, and I'm going to stamp those not upside down on this piece of paper here up toward the top. And now we have a really good start to a really quick but super cute card. And this card, I received a Christmas card from Glenda Mullet, and I cased her. I should have brought her Christmas card to show you. It was so cute. but I took and I put the bees on there. So really I used the layout from Glenda. This is a Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take a stem from that Be My Valentine stamp set, and I'm going to just stamp a little flower, although I think I missed the bottom. There we go, down here in the corner. There is definitely not much stamping on this card. And then with a little bit of Sweet Sorbet, I'm going to stamp a little flower onto the top of my stem here. Oh, and I didn't practice. Let's hope it works out okay. Yep, perfect. Sorry about that. And then I want to do the little bumblebees flight pattern. I don't know what that's called. I'm going to put that under here. I'm going to move this down, though. I'm going to turn this around. I want the circle here to the straight line instead of the straight line to the circle. So I am going to turn it around, my stamp, and stamp it a different way. And really, most of my lines are going to be under my bee. So I'm going to just take it about like, let's see, that looks pretty good. Yep, just like that. And now when I take my little bumblebee, he'll be on top of those lines and look really good. Okay, let's put our bumblebee together. Like I said, this is a very quick, easy card that has a lot of wow to it because of the fancy fold. There we go. A little bit. Oop, I need to put some eyes on there. I hadn't punch stamped any of my eyes on my bee until I knew which way they were going. So I'm going to bring in my favorite eyes, and they are just a happy go lucky face like this. This stamp set has tons of little eyes. Look how cute they all are. All the little eyes. I'm going to use this one here. These are my favorite. Just a plain old Jane. Look at me, little bumblebee. Okay, and take his wings with just a little bit of liquid glue down here at the bottom and glue them right here. Same thing with his little antenna. There, and we have all of our stamping done and all of our pieces and parts. We just need to layer now. Okay, so with just some regular adhesive, here it is, I'm going to first layer up my pieces. So I have my 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. These are the same, and my 2 pieces of Sweet Sorbet. So I'm going to take one of them and put adhesive on the cute little bee side and layer that on here like this. And then on the other one, I'm going to take and put some adhesive on that flower side and layer that onto my Sweet Sorbet just like that. And then I'm going to take that piece of basic white that we stamped on and just layer that onto my pool party. And now we have all of our pieces and parts ready to go. So with our, now this is how I figured the best way to fold our card base is I'm gonna take that piece of basic white that we stamped on like this, and it should fit on this corner, this end right here. See, if you line it up here, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit right here. So you know this is the front and this is the inside. So I'm gonna take this and fold it over like that. Use my bone folder, get a nice crisp fold there, and then fold it back like that, and then fold it forward on the next score line, and then fold it back. And that is how you get those fold like that. Now we can go ahead and put our pieces and parts. I'm going to take that piece of white that we stamped on and layer, we'll put some adhesive on there and layer it right back here. And then this is going to fold. So then this piece I want to layer here, but I only want adhesive on this part. I don't want any adhesive over here. We don't want to glue our card together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive along here. like this. And then I'm going to put some adhesive right here along this side. Then when I go to layer my card here, I'm going to make sure I have a good border over here on these 3 sides. And then I'm going to make sure that I cover up that white over here too, so it looks like that. There we go. And then fold this one and do the same thing to this piece. Put that adhesive right there and a little bit of adhesive over here. And then when you layer this piece, making sure you have a same border on this side and that they line up here. So it looks like that. There you go. And then as we're going to put this with with a few dimensionals. And then we're going to just layer this right here on the front. And then our little bumblebee with a couple more dimensionals. And put him in his little flight pattern here. Like that. And then I've also included in your packet a few of these, let's see what these are called. These are called the adhesive back hearts and flowers. Love these little things. I think they're so cute. And I'm going to just add a couple of those. In fact, I really not even sure what I included in your packet. I just know that you have a few of these that you can splatter onto your card. I think I'm going to put a little tiny flower, a little pink one maybe, right down here too. And just like that. And then there you go. That card's all done. Look how cute that is. You might have to fold along these score lines. The more you play with it, the better that it'll stay folded. It needs to be unfolded and folded and loved on a little bit. But that's card number either 3 or number 1 for this video. So the last card is the most simple. I set my packet, here it is in here. Nope, yes, here it is. Looks like this. We're gonna first take and just fold this thick basic white card base along that fold line, the bone folder here. We're gonna stamp on the inside of this, and we're gonna stamp on this piece right here. Now for the words on this one, I wanted it to be a thinking of you. So the stamps that I'm using is these layering leaves. It's got wonderful, nice, big, bold words. I'm gonna use this thinking of you. I'm gonna stamp that again in that black Memento ink. On this piece here, kind of toward the bottom. I'm going to kind of bring in my bee so I have an idea of where he's going to be. Whoops, I just need one. He'll probably sit about right there. So I'm going to stamp my words. Ooh, it looks like I need to practice one time. Let me find my scratch paper and just practice. Yep, okay. And lay my words right about there. Let that ink sink in. Yeah, look how nice and bold that is. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to stamp on the inside. I'm going to put that same little flower. So with some Granny Apple green ink, I'm going to just take a little bit right here, set it there. A little bit of sweet sorbet ink. Stamp that little flower on there again. And really, that's all I'm going to do for the inside. Okay, fold on that fold line again. Now, for our little bee, I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and just put some... Nope, we got to do a face on him. Phew, I almost forgot. So again, with that black Memento... That's not black Memento. This is black Memento. And that same old face that I love. This one right here is just a plain old happy face. I'm going to stamp his little face right here. There we go. Now with a couple dimensionals, I'm going to put him right onto my card. couple dimensionals are right here. No, they're not. But, oh, here they are. Lord have mercy. Okay, we're going to put a dimensional here, here, like that. And then lay him. Oh, you know what? First of all, we should have put him on the yellow piece first. Well, let's stamp him first, just in case. And I, believe it or not, I think I put the wings away. I did, so we need some wings here. I'm gonna bring in those wings and put them on a block. And then with some Pool Party ink, I'm gonna just take that wing. I might get my head in the camera because I wanna line it up, but I'm gonna just stamp that little wing, kind of tuck it in there where it goes, and just stamp it right there on the cardstock. Same thing over here. And then the same thing with that little antenna. I'm gonna just stamp that right onto the cardstock too. Here it is. And just tuck that under his head, just like that. Look how cute that is. Okay, now let's go ahead and layer. I think since I got some bump onto my cardstock here, I'm gonna just use some liquid glue and layer this onto that Daffodil Delight. Like that. Let that dry. I'm going to take this piece of Designer Series paper, a little bit of glue on the back. This is the same Designer Series paper from the last card, and I want those flowers on the front of my card, so I'm going to line this up right here with the edge. So it looks like that. And then if I have any extra sticking out here, whoop, let me scoot this over. I don't want any sticking out on this side, this is flush. But if I have a little bit here, I'm gonna just take my paper snips here and snip that down. There we go. And it looks like that. Look how cute so far. Then with some dimensionals on the back of him. And like I said, I like to use 5. Lay that right there. And then in your kit, you have some scraps here. Okay, my scrap, here it is. Now your scraps might look different than my scrap, but you have a little scrap here of Sweet Sorbet. Couldn't come up with the name. I'm gonna add that to my little bumblebee's tummy with just a glue dot here. Like that. And then the last thing in your packet is you have one little rhinestone here that we're going to take. I guess I can't find my take a pick. No, there it is. I'm going to use my take a pick tool here and pick that up and set that right in the center like that. And just like that, there's the last 2 cards in your card kit. They look like this. And then I don't know where the other one, and the one we just made. Here they all are, of all those cards that we made. And then here's the 2 that we made in the last video. Let's move him out. And then this one and this one. So there you go. There's all 4 cards. Like I said, if you wait till the end of the video, it'll have a link just to go straight to the next video. If you have any questions, be sure and reach out and let me know. Thanks again for being part of my class, and hopefully you'll reach out and be part of my class next month too. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.